Hi, this is Austin, the voice of Mythos, and I'm here today to talk to you about Anchor by Spotify. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey, ya bros and foes, Blackie here. I got some hella good stuff for y'all today, so shut up, put down your stupid, listen up. Flavoured Enemy has all your favorite characters being repped over at our merch shop. Get tees, stickers, and dice. We all know you want to be rocking the Blackie jersey when you're out twerking at the club. Get it? So, go ahead and check it out. Enter code BLECKYSCREW at checkout for a 20% discount on your shiznit. That's BLECKYZCREW. Now, back to the dumb fuckery that is Flavoured Enemy.
Previously on Flavored Enemy. Just kidding, we're not doing that. Alright, so, episode 4, guys, here we are. It's been wild ride. Anyways, last we had left off, you guys had just finished a harrowing mission that did not go the way that you expected it to go at all. And while resting on the outside, not even on the outside, inside the cave itself, having a couple of pints of, you assume it's ale. Hopefully it is. Poop's still unconscious. Kind of tentacly trying to reach for a drink. Yeah, that's a pun on tentacle. Anyway.
Oh, God, I just...
Anyways, as you guys are trying to sit there and rest and recuperate, in walks a elven-ish looking female you all recognize, except for you, Auric, with this bright yellow hair, these sunspot golden eyes, and this kind of black, inky smears of makeup on her eyes, pointed ears, and just this regal look. So, they show up. She shows up, looks at all of you, and it's just the most horrid look of disgust and disappointment on her face. Then looks at you, Auric, and says, "Explain. What's happened?"
Do I get to wake up yet?
You're still like in and out of consciousness.
I don't know if you could hear me, but if Foop looks like they're waking up, I'm knocking them back out.
I'm just imagining Jackdaw just sitting there like rubbing Foop's head, and every time they starts to fidget, just push him.
So they look at me, say, explain. I sort of like sit up. I look around at everyone else and like pointing at myself, like me. I'm like, I'm sorry. Introductions are normally in order. Auric, as I like hold my hand out. And you might be?
Alice Platinum.
Does she extend their? Do they extend their hand in return?
Very, very nonchalant, like princess cup, where she like gives her hand to you.
I take it. I simply a very cordial bow. I take it. I just look around at the others. That this lot works for you.
Yes, yes, they do.
To be frank, I have no idea how this started. I simply woke up more towards the entrance of the cave, was greeted by this gentleman here. I point at Mythos. I have no idea how I got here. But
Show me your left hand.
I hold up my left hand.
For the first time since you woke up, you notice that there's a tattoo on the palm of your hand now, like where the thumb joint meets the pointer finger. That definitely was not there before. And it looks to be the shape of a ball type image on a pedestal. And looking at it carefully, you can tell that it's a crystal ball, like a seeing glass.
It's not the worst thing I've woken up to from being blacked out. But in any case, we're told that these people are some form of adventuring band. And I had really nothing better to do and no other way of getting out of this current situation than to simply accompany them. Well, as we walked in, apparently these goblins were under some sort of spell, some sort of item. This one in the robe here was challenged to some sort of contest that ended poorly for them. As we walked in further to try to meet with the goblin chieftain, this Ursine gentleman over here told me to simply, hey, go around. Go, not the direct route, go the long way. I said, okay, I guess he wants me to sneak through, because, you know, he speaks purely in bear. But then after I did successfully sneak around, a full-blown fight had just broken out, so I don't fully understand the point of the sneaking. He was almost killed. Mythos was almost killed. If Jackdaw had not come in, it would have ended very poorly.
No, don't use my name. Don't use my name. I'm not responsible.
It's too late for that, Jack.
See, again, I know nothing. I'm new here. So, all of that happened. We did manage to survive the fight, if you want to call it that. Go to rescue any prisoners that are remaining. Many of them are simply gone. All of the goblins in here destroyed by something, some unknown eldritch force.
And the staff? The totem?
Returned to its rightful owner.
Alice kind of looks at you, Jackdaw,
I shake my head.
and then looks at you, Mythos. Looks back at you, Jackdaw.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Hey, that guy's taller than me.
Tell me, I specifically remember there being something along the lines of bringing the item to us or destroying it.
Yeah. He gave the item away. We didn't do that. That was him.
And he... Who's he?
Oric, that guy.
Yes, and I shake her hand again. I just introduced myself not a moment ago.
Okay, so you
I'm feeling like details are a problem here because these fine people were not clearly informed of the full scope of this operation. Retrieving a very powerful arcane item from a cave of, was it 300-400 goblins unhinged by said item? Not exactly a small task.
Okay, so tell me this. Did you find anything else out about the function of the item?
It appears to have some power over the spine of any creature it comes into contact, as I pointed to, like, all the broken necks of the goblins and, like, the spinal cords that have been ripped out of the wargs. And definitely knew enough to not touch it. There was no means for any of us to get it out of here truly safely.
Okay, and did you happen to catch the name of the one who had taken the item to its rightful place?
Her name was Henri. At least that was the name that she gave.
Yeah, of course it is.
And as far as I can tell, she was perfectly honest and helpful and...
That is a amalgamation of her name, which is Fierna. Anyone who's anyone can roll me a history check now. Or religion.
Roll can Foop do it?
Let's see.
You know what? Yes, disadvantage.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Get my fucking dice rolling out. What are we rolling?
History or religion?
History or religion? You
It's
guys
an
call
11.
out which one you're rolling.
They're the same for me, so it's an 11.
Yeah, let's have a look. Religion is intelligence. Nah. History is also intelligence. Nah. -1 to the roll. Let's do this shit.
They're both a +1, and I got an 11 as well.
Can I roll real dice?
I've got 14, by the way, on the first roll.
So I'm getting either a 7 or 14. So it's a 7 -1, 6.
You're pretty sure, Fool, that in your dazed, sleepy, subconscious self, that you heard the word tomato.
I shout, ah! They've infiltrated! And go back to sleep.
Can I, like, smother poop slightly?
Bite your fingers off. Like anything that's in my mouth, I'll just bite out of instinct because I'm hungry constantly. That includes sticks. I dare you to try.
That didn't cross my mind at all.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time. I need you all to tackle a very, very important problem. Ulrich, is it, did you report? You seem to be down a few members.
If the payment is acceptable, then yes.
35 gold a week.
He definitely pauses for a moment, and like that's certainly not a bad. And it, like in his mind, he's not saying this out loud. He's like, that's certainly not a bad amount of money. And he looks at. He just happens to look around. It's like sheer luck that none of us got killed in this. Is every job as harrowing, or is that just the simple flat rate, and the specific job is actually paid more than that?
No, every job is just as harrowing. On top of the 35 gold, you get to keep any loot that you come across along the way. Well, besides the item that's supposed to be retrieved.
Considering he has no idea, he still truly has no idea where he is right now. He's just gonna say, "Very well then," and he's just gonna like sort of nod. It's like, I'm just gonna go along with this absolute mad woman because I have no clue where I am. I'm simply just yes-anding until I get out of this cave and figure out where I am and where I need to go.
All right, sounds good to me. And she hands you a yellow rose. I don't know. So you kind of take it and it pricks your finger and you bleed onto the rose and it turns into a piece of parchment. That's your name signed on it. Just take that. Thank you.
Does it still have saliva on it?
No, it's a different piece of parchment.
Dang it!
Okay, then. Right. Any of you need any kind of resupply before I send you on to your next mission?
I can't feel my legs!
I didn't know they had legs. Perhaps a bit of time to recuperate before we go somewhere else might be good. I don't say anything.
I will send you to...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to say anything, but I activate Divine Sense. I have one. We said we get a long rest, but I'm going to use it again.
Okay.
Handing out contracts written in blood is definitely not a normal thing. That feels very infernal.
So,
Are they infernal?
Your ears start to ring with this heavenly choir of music.
Close the door.
She's got her own back.
Like enough to where it feels like you have noise canceling headphones on and you're just blaring freaking Ave Maria.
I'll drop
Sorry.
Divine Sense and I just think Celestial. That's interesting. So, shall we be going?
So,
Can I get a couple arrows?
yes, I will send you all to a small farming community that is 15 miles away from the location. I will also leave you with a map to the location and the relevant information that we already have. Sound sufficient?
What
Sure.
are we doing there?
And she snaps her fingers, and you all catch fire.
Me and right now. Oh god.
And as you catch fire, you're just touched by all these warm, not burning pots, all these warm flames, solid gold, that kind of lick all over your body. And then as you're completely engrossed in the flames, they die back down, and you're standing in the middle of a town square in what looks to be a very run-of-the-mill farming community with several buildings, but not a whole lot outside of that.
So, did they handed us something that had information on it?
Yes, it's correct. You received. Jackdaw is currently carrying a map and a journal. It looks like a leather-bound journal.
Okay, cool. Can I open up this journal and check it out?
Yeah, you see that it's got several dated entries that look to be written in some kind of odd ink. Can't really make out what kind of ink, but it's definitely not normal ink.
Okay. Can I make an Arcana check?
And from what you're reading, yeah, go make an Arcana check. And then while you're doing that, from what you're reading, essentially the first page says, I've tried and I've failed. I've tried and I've failed. And no matter how close I get, no one hears me. No one's listening. I will make them listen.
Oh dear.
Is Foop awake yet?
Yes, Boop is awake now and all the way healed up.
Foop just kind of
what's
probably stand up where are we?
Working on that at the moment, actually, figuring out where we are.
Fuck you!
I was there before you were knocked. Well, knocked out is a generous term, but I was present for your little contest.
Did I win?
No,
Ow. It was a
I
try.
wouldn't call being impaled by a wooden pole winning.
What?
Anyway,
3, where is the fuck?
Dead, actually. And
I
no,
wouldn't have phrased it that way, but I do agree with
No.
the sentiment. Where is the fuck? Jackdaw, does it say anything on that map for our destination?
First off, DM 17 on the Arcana roll.
You can tell that it is some kind of transmutation ink that's hiding an extra bit of information. You can't really make out how to actually decipher it or what the trigger is.
Okay. What's on the map?
So on the map, you can see that there is the detail of the terrain around the actual town. You can see that the town itself is all marked. And on top of all that, you can additionally see that there is a trail leading through some mountains to the north, leading to what looks to be a kingdom, but it's written off as ruins.
Okay.
So, Kuma looks around, says,
I gotta come out, and I did this on purpose. I've got an Eldritch Invocation. Damn, how do Eldritch Invocations work? Because when I looked it up, it just said I can spam that shit. But anyways, I've got Beast Speech. I can cast Speak with Animals at will without expending a spell slot. Should I just make a bear sound towards Kuma?
Unfortunately, you can make the bear sound. Unfortunately, she's speaking Oriental, not bear.
I don't care. I'm gonna be a racist little shit to him.
Okay, yeah. You just make bear noises at him, and he just looks at you and says, "Which is okay."
Well, that's mildly offensive anyways. Onward. And Jackdaw, which way are we going, please?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. So, you take a look at this journal and read it, because so far I can't find anything in it other than cryptic weirdness and what sounds like a guy with a bad stalker issue.
Can I take a shit on it?
I immediately just...
My ass sounds like real news from the contest, man.
I just point my finger at Poop and just gently poke them on the shoulder.
I'm like, sit down,
I'm
bitch.
just like, no.
Whoop, try.
Just no.
Whoop is getting focused.
Okay, fine, I'll shit on the floor and just take a squat.
I'm gonna grab a
You
beer
see,
can.
like, my finger is, like, radiating energy. I'm like, I have 2 a day, and it's almost worth it. And I just slightly move away from Foop doing their business in the middle of this town square. Which I imagine everyone just... It's a reverse opening scene of Beauty and the Beast where everyone's just staring at this person just... openly shitting in the town. So
I like the Beauty of the Beast, yeah.
I instead, like, Jack, this way. I'm just like, I also take a look at the map. Is it a map or is it just the letter or the journal?
It's a map and a journal. And some shiny ink that doesn't look very, I don't know, cheap.
In any case,
I wish I had.
DM, is there any relevant information on the map that tells us which way we need to go or where we are?
Okay, so looking at the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the map, you see some mountains to the north, right? And in those mountains, there is a trail that leads up into a kingdom, like an old ruinous kingdom that is clearly marked as a dangerous area and an area that is definitely prominent in the journal. Like it's clearly marked. It's been to quite often. You can tell that everything else is kind of roughly drawn, but the area surrounding that is drawn extremely well. Now, you can tell, based off of some context, that where you're sitting at is currently, hold on a second. Where you're currently sitting at is north of Waterdeep, up near the Spire area, which is really close to Icewind Dale.
Got it. Okay. So our objective then is to head up towards the mountain. That would be the 15 miles that she referred to.
Yeah, 15 miles in through the mountains to the ruinous kingdom. Now, the area around where you're at right now, which is the town, is called Porksburg, and it says Pig Town next to it. Porksburg. Pig Town.
DM? DM.
Yeah.
Can Foop, still squatting, waddle up towards people looking at the map, leaving a shit streak behind them? Like, oh, look at that!
I'm just. Can you even produce shit?
I don't know.
Biologically speaking.
Probably just.
Biologically speaking. I'm not.
Please don't.
Don't ask what Foop can or cannot do. Foop does not know. Foop just tries.
Alright, well, as you're sitting there squatting, it's mainly just one long continuous fart as you just crop dusting the air.
Well, we have
Close enough.
15 miles to travel, so no time for. I look down at Foop. No time for bathroom breaks then.
I'll shit on your face, fuckface.
Charming.
It's going to take a lot for her to not sit still.
No reason to know. But I hand checked all the map. I was like, all right, very well then. We all set then and sticking together and doing this? I'm in. That was the job. I was given the job. Is anyone else in?
Fine. Where are we going?
I'm kind of afraid to disappoint family at this point, so yes.
All right then.
As long as y'all still have me around.
Yeah, good. We need to.
Dr. Seamus.
No, I'm definitely a small goblin girl.
So,
No, down here.
And Foop's almost crawling out through the gauntlet, with his tentacles.
Along the way.
Didn't see that, sorry.
Yeah. Come on.
I'd like to imagine as Foop and this little goblin girl are having this conversation, the rest of the party has just started moving.
Yeah, Mythos quietly just starts walking away.
I am casually, shit, yo, we gotta catch up. And he without thinking, he wrapped a tentacle around the goblin's throat. I'm like, come on, kind of dragging him by the throat.
Yeah, I guess that's everybody, and we begin to proceed towards our next destination.
So, Oric, Kamano kind of walks up next to you and hands you a pair of chopsticks. And then gestures back towards him at Floop.
Look, I might look like a fucking takoyaki, alright? But I ain't. Trust me. I've tried to eat myself before.
It sounds like you just didn't try hard enough.
Are you sure?
No,
I look
you
at,
know that if I commit, I
I look at
commit.
Mono. Are
You
you
really
sure about
think?
this?
Mythos perception check.
A 15.
You very faintly hear the word.
The word stop.
Stop! Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I stop walking.
like a whisper.
I just kind of stop and look around. Do I see anything?
Sure. Anyone else? Does when Mythos just stops in the middle of walking? What do you all do?
I'm like, alright, Mythos, come on, what you stopping for? You're causing some traffic. We don't want to do some human trafficking here, do we?
I literally pinch Foop's lips closed with the chopsticks and say, Mythos, everything all right?
Did anyone else hear anything?
Are you saying that out loud or to the DM?
I'm saying that out loud.
I haven't heard anything. I've heard Foop, but I've heard nothing beyond that.
I heard
Sam is the big guy.
I heard a whisper that sounded like someone saying stop.
Can I make a perception check as I just sort of look around the area?
Would that be a disadvantage because Foop is screaming with his mouth closed?
I can still see with my eyes. That's a 22.
With a 22, you can very faintly make out on this snow-covered path that some of the stones have runes carved on them.
I can see the ruins.
Very faintly, yes. You can give me an Arcana check if you want to try to figure
Yeah,
it
I'll
out.
try. Anyone better than any magical knowledge than me? Want to check out what those runes are overhead?
Hey, DM.
That's an
Can I
11.
put the marks to us?
Small question.
One at a time, guys.
You know my pet praying mantis, Bob Bernard Barnacle? What happened to him?
He's still with you.
Shit, he survived the anal probe. Okay.
I would have let go of Foop by this point.
Okay, and then Boop opens his mouth and Bob just crawls out of his mouth.
You pointed the room out, right? Can you mark that?
Yeah. I literally point at them up ahead of the road.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Ooh, can I use stones?
Thanks. Oof, a 9.
9? They are very, 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 very intricate runes, something that is beyond the capabilities of any caster that you know personally. Maybe someone around Alice's level could conjure these runes, but you're not really uncertain what her level is. It's like that. Open magic. Other than that, you don't really know what this does.
I rush forward and start eating the stones.
Yeah, if you don't say that's a glyph of warding,
For all of us?
Yeah, for all of you.
so what just happened? Ran up to eat the runes, and then what happens next?
Yeah, first deck saving throw.
Okay,
Yeah,
correct.
first.
Hey, nat 20! Fuck yeah!
Natural one.
14.
I got one as well.
So, as Boop goes up and tries to eat the stone, you feel the air start to warm. And the ground start to shake. And then you can see a ball of light up in the sky start moving towards you guys.
Holy shit, it's a meteor! And I jump out the way.
Would Foop have
And then you
disadvantage
see
if they're
that
trying to eat
now it's
stone?
4. Now it's 4 balls of light heading towards you.
Oh.
Gonna start
Hey, everyone.
slowly walking back.
Run, full dash. I'm full sprint.
I still got the goblin by
Make
the
a
neck.
perception
I
check.
sprint as well.
Who
Are
was
we
that?
able to actually?
Mythos perception check. Mythos perception check.
Yep. 10.
A little more assertively than you heard before. You hear "put me on."
Oh, all right. Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to the runes, and I'm gonna put the bucket on the runes.
Alright. So you put the bucket on the runes, and the runes transfer to the bucket, and the meteors go back up into the sky.
Holy shit! We got a curse absorber.
Does anything else happen? Is the bucket doing anything now?
Can I eat the bucket?
Just shaking.
Can I eat the bucket?
I'm gonna pick up the bucket before Foop touches
You can
it.
certainly try.
Okay.
Okay. Pick up the bucket.
Can I wear the bucket?
Yeah, you can wear the bucket.
Does anything happen when I wear the bucket? Or do I just
So you
look
put
silly?
the bucket on top of your head, and you put the bucket on top of your head. You look incredibly silly, but standing in front of you, you see Bucket without his bucket. He's looking back at you, holding his broom.
If I take the bucket off my
you
head,
figured it out.
if I take the bucket off
You
my
take
head,
the
is
bucket
he,
off, and he's gone.
and then I put it back on, and he's there again.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna turn around and just be like, guys, bucket's alive, I think. He's in the bucket.
Bucket in a
Okay, the
bucket.
Sorry, implying that Bucket was dead. Also, that explains
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, he exploded.
That's another
So-
gun.
So I
Foop
think
have something to do with the explosion?
Foop was not there for it.
No.
Yeah, it was a lot. There's a lot that happened.
Exploded?
Yeah, I think
cool?
I was down. I don't know. Ask Gildar or Verisk if you ever find him. Can they hear him, or am I now just talking to Bucket alone?
Everyone else, you guys don't hear Bucket. You just hear him
Ah.
himself.
Ah,
A full mile down the road, you just hear, "Who's Bucket?" Because I didn't stop sprinting. I all of a sudden turn around and realize the meteor just stopped.
I'm gonna put the bucket back in my head, and now I just look ridiculous. But I can see.
I
Bucket.
dive for the bucket and try to eat it.
I stab Foop.
Can I drop kick Foop?
Flat out will
Roll
stab
for
Foop.
initiative.
Roll initiative.
Sorry.
Yes, roll for initiative.
Yeah,
It could do horrible considering what he was doing before.
21.
I don't think I'd be that.
Hold on.
Last I can do is equal that, but I don't think I'm gonna get another 20. Yeah,
Initiative
11,
is-
you go first.
Or 7. Bring this dude, bring this dude.
Alright. Just top of the order.
I had a
Who's
21.
fighting me?
Alright. 21, go ahead.
But what I can do,
A 17 to hit.
that probably hits. Hold on, let me check.
Alright.
Yeah, it hits.
D8 plus 4. That's 7 damage.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast,
So
fucking.
is it your initiative
No,
yet?
Eldritch Blast. Hold on, I can do. Fuck, where is it? Hellish Rebuke.
The Hellish Rebuke, yeah.
Yeah.
It's required to be your turn afterwards.
That was
No,
the
it's a reaction.
No.
So how much
Hellish
damage did you
Rebuke
do
is
to
a
me?
reaction.
But you still,
7.
yeah.
7. That's standard. Okay, you gotta do a dex saving throw, dude.
7.
Hold on. Where the fuck did it go? Detect thoughts, harsh rebuke. Okay, you got a 7. Hold on, I gotta check my DC. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than a 7, but I just gotta check. Now, if the thing would load, that would be funny. Not funny, useful. Okay. What was it? Oh, yeah. Did I not put spellcasting down? Shit, I didn't know my DC. Hold on.
You should have it next to the spell.
I've got it on a Google Docs, hold on.
Let's see, it should be charisma plus.
Yeah, it's only charisma. I think it's 8 plus my charisma modifier plus my proficiency bonus, or is that the proficiency?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That should
plus
be it.
Is that the modifier?
10 plus your charisma
8
modifier.
plus 2, 10 plus charisma modifier.
Charisma modifier
I
is
failed.
What?
I failed. It doesn't
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he.
Okay,
he takes
so
the damage.
2d10. Let's do 2d10.
Mythos, do you resist fire damage?
I do resist fire damage.
Okay, there we go.
So that's 1d10. Where's my second d10 at? That's my second d10, I think. Yeah, it's a d10. Is it only 2d10? Not only, but you know. First level. Is it first level? Yeah, it is first level. Hellish Rebuke. Yeah, 2d10. 12.
That's fire
12
damage.
damage. 12 fire damage, yes.
So 6.
So you fix it.
Yeah. I guess you're a tiefling or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's my go.
Grapple.
Oh, wait! I can only cast it as a second level spell slot, because I only have second level spell slots.
Yeah.
Fuck! Okay, so that's an extra d10. Where'd that little cuck go? Fuck off. Exactly what I needed. What? 14 total, so an extra 2.
So you take 1 more damage.
So an extra 1.
An extra 1.
I'm gonna grapple.
now
I
I'm
got
just
confused.
gonna-
How did you roll 14 on a d10?
Yeah.
So at this point, that was 21. So anyone got 20?
Oh.
I got a 6.
19.
I'm at a 7.
All right, so 19. Kamano. Kamano just takes the back end of his katana and just the actual grip of it, and just right in the side of Oop's head. So
Oh, I knocked out again.
that's gonna be 19.
That's a hit.
And that'll be, yeah, to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, and that'll be 7 damage. Bludgeoning.
Okay. Am I knocked out?
I don't know how many hit points you got.
3. But because it's to the head,
You're not-
it knocks me out.
No, you're still up.
I just kind of like fall to the side, like, fine, I get it. I'll stop fucking around. I just kind of get up, just kind of pat on my robes and just kind of shove away, like, I just kind of eyeing that bucket.
Alright, as you kind of get yourself up and dust yourself off, anyone else do anything?
So they're not knocked out?
No.
I had a spell readied. By readied, I mean already rolled for. I was just waiting.
Yeah, fire it up.
Whoop, you okay with that? Out of character?
Okay, with what?
Getting slapped with a
I
spell.
mean, if you were getting ready to cast it and you were casting it, it's not really a. You could pull it back right now.
And Foop don't give 2 shits, like,
Blessing Whoop.
okay, does that mean I'm knocked out for the rest of the session again? DM, does that mean I'm knocked out for the rest of the session again?
Let's see. What do you hit him with? What do you hit Poop with?
It was Ray of Frost actually for 16.
Okay. 16 off to hit.
Although, mind you, this is after Foop said he'll stop fucking around, so...
Nobody trusts Poop.
Okay.
You really hurt the poor Dragonborn guy.
The what?
You the Tiefling or the Dragonborn? Remember.
They did threaten to shit on me several times.
What are you talking about?
And you set
Mythos?
them on fire,
Mythos is
pretty
the
bad.
tiefling.
My bad.
That's-
You hurt the Tiefling.
The what?
And you were pretty racist to kick him on. Yeah.
The what?
Anyway, just hit.
Alright. What's your damage? Checked up.
Sorry, does it hit in the first part? Am I coming through okay?
Poop.
Yeah, I hear you.
This part? Okay. Does a 16 hit?
16.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. 8 damage.
Did I actually cast a spell? Oh wait, no, it's on my turn yet.
Yeah, take 8 damage. You're knocked out now.
Yeah, I'm knocked out now.
And covered in frost.
I'm covered in frost. I'm a bitch.
I run back over the chopsticks, and I'm like, "Oh, frozen is never as good as fresh."
Wow.
Before I go down, I'm like, fight him.
Kamado pulls like a cloth hempen sack from his bag, takes out a couple of turnips, gives you each one until the bag's empty, and then scoops Whoop inside and cinches it and throws it over his back.
Look at the body bag.
So each one of you guys can add 1 turnip to your inventory. So, Mythos, Auric, Jackdaw, you 3, Kamano,
Yep.
and Blecky are traveling further on. Gildar is kind of trailing behind you, but has not said a word.
Is Foop's tentacle still wrapped around Blecky's throat?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No. So,
But
you guys have it on.
You said
Getting
Gildar was
up
still with us?
into the marsh.
Gildar's
Yeah, Gildar's with you guys. It's like she's like trailing about 100 yards behind you guys. Has not said a word.
Can I go talk to Gildar? Can I
it's
talk to
coming up.
Gildar while we're walking?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and talk to him. But while you guys are walking up there and you're kind of falling back to Gildar, the snow is starting to come down harder. And it's getting a little bit harder to see as the winds start to pick up. You can definitely make out tracks in the snow as this path has been walked a couple of times back and forth. Definitely boot prints, but you can't really make out what kind of boot prints or what size or male, female, none of that stuff in this kind of weather. Heading up further, you get to a point where you can see on the left-hand side there is a cave entrance, and then there's also going further up in the incline steepens, so it's going to be even tougher climb. Off to the right, you can see some wooded area, and you can actually make out a small campfire deep in that wooded area. And you can smell what smells like sausages cooking over on a cast iron. So as these are kinds of all things are happening, you finally fall back enough to catch up with Gildar. And he's just kind of walking. What do you do?
Hey Gildar, how are you holding up right now? It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But
everything's gonna turn out right.
would it help if I was able to tell you that Bucket is still alive?
That's good news. I'm glad.
Can I hand him the bucket and tell him to put it on?
He stretches out his hand, and you realize that it's not going to fit, as his hand is kind of holding this bucket like it's a glass to drink out of.
Okay. Well, he's still in the bucket. When I put the bucket on, I can see him. He was talking to me earlier. So, just like his physical body died, but this is still him. I don't really understand how it works, but he's still here. He's talking to me. To help you.
And you are sure that it's not Shar messing with your mind, or
I don't
something
think so.
Asmodeus has cooked up.
No, because I don't think so. I mean, I guess I didn't really think that could be a thing, but now that you've said it, maybe. But it seemed pretty bucket-like. I feel like they would have done something worse when I put the bucket on my head instead of just seeing him.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting something there.
It was out of character. I was expecting me to get taken, like, be possessed.
Yeah. No, same,
It's
honestly.
gone. Bucket's an NPC again.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to. I figured, we had a rough time in that cave. Wanted to let you know that he was still alive.
Yeah.
And we'll
I appreciate you looking out.
we'll do what we can to help you with what you're going through now, or at least I will.
I have a gift for you, Miss Ocean.
You have a gift for me?
And from one of his pockets, he pulls a piece of tattered cloth, like dingy looking. To most, this seems insignificant. But this cloth was part of the garb that I wore when I was imprisoned in hell.
Oh,
As a gladiatorial source of entertainment for Tiamat.
wow.
Knowing that I may have a part that helped her rise to power again. I don't know if I can bear that.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I'm here. We'll figure it out. I don't know what I can do. Tiamat's a lot. That's a lot to throw at me. This has been a lot in 2 days. But I mean, we're here. We're a group kind of now, at least by blood oath for some of us. Looks at Auric.
Yeah.
I don't think the rest of us had sign in blood, so that's even worse.
Yeah, that's not really it's not really how contracts work. That feel okay. By the way, while we're here, let's talk about that while we're moving. First of all, DM, how far into our trek are we?
You'd say you've knocked out about 6 miles.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Any of you question anything about that Alice woman?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah. I just needed money.
Well, everyone could use money. There's other things that I'm more concerned about. There seems to be a lack of communication on many fronts, not just the nature of the missions that you or I also now get sent on. Geldar, are you aware that Alice is a celestial?
Yeah.
Do you find it odd that celestials are in the business of collecting contracts signed with blood?
It's much more interesting when you find out that her compatriot is the queen of the Free Vampire Society.
The Empress?
Correct.
Well, that
You
explains
know
the
an
blood oath.
empress as well. That's fun.
Well, she's like Alice's number 2, I think.
He looks at the phrase number 2. He looks at the bag to make sure Foop is still unconscious.
Your Foop's still there.
And like from the inside, muffled. This is a very drunk version of what she do with a drunken sailor. And then midway's like, I'm the drunken sailor.
Oh,
Back-
ruining a classic.
Did Gildar give me that cloth?
He did.
I'm gonna tie it around like the hilt of the sword. That's all. Just for a little flavor.
Okay. So, as you guys reach that point I was talking about earlier, looking on the left-hand side, you can see the cave mouth. Going forward, the snow is starting to really pick up, and the incline gets worse. And then to the right, you can see a forest area, and what smells like bacon. I mean, not bacon, sausage cooking on a cast iron out in the woods.
Dangerous and delicious.
I feel like we should probably stop for now until the weather lets up. I don't know who could be camped out here in the middle of the woods. I also don't know what's in that cave based on the last cave we were just in.
Yeah, I don't want to see another cave for at least the next 30 years.
I have bad news for you, Jackdaw.
At least you didn't get anal probed by a log.
You chose that.
And I was doing it for the family, and I was doing it for the second party, and I was doing it for you didn't have to do it.
Can you be probed if you don't have an anus?
Yeah, you had to roll for a new ball.
For the first time, yeah, but the second time it kind of went through and through.
Yeah.
So what are we in favor of? pressing on forward, checking out to the cave, or checking out that campsite over there?
What time is it nighttime yet? Is it dark yet?
And it's about 3 p.m.
Let's check out the campfire first.
Yeah, if the weather's at least picking up, we need to like stop. Maybe just also still hungry. We never really had a chance to eat. We just sat down. And we've walked for 6 miles, so maybe we should take a moment.
You can check out the campfire.
Yeah. So yeah, we walk over that way.
So you walk in the general direction of the campfire, and as you get closer, you can see that there is a nice, good-sized campfire going with about 3 or 4 tents set all around the campfire. Some wood already been chopped up, made a nice little pile. There's some sausages and some potatoes cooking in a cast iron over top, and then they've got a spitfire on the other side that's got a stew pot over top of it that's bubbling. There's also cookware that's been situated everywhere, but I'm not seeing any other individuals here.
Are there any footsteps in snow?
Give me a survival check.
All right, 1 sec.
I know that tracking always goes under survival, but for me, it always seemed like something that should be under investigation.
Yeah, but it's an investigation of particular things. Like tracking people is one thing, tracking animals is something else.
It also might have to do with the scenery. If you're in the city, I would see it as more investigation and not survival.
And if it's like smelling
I like that.
crushed under footsteps, like, you know.
Yeah. 21, by the way.
What'd you roll? 21. Okay, yeah, there are 0 footprints in the snow besides yours. Not leaving the tent, not sitting on the campfires. There's also on the logs where they're situated as places to sit. There's an even layer of snow all the way across.
All right. 2 more questions then. What was the weather like when we first arrived in the town?
When you first arrived in town, it was cold and it was windy, and you could definitely see that there was snow up the mountain, but it wasn't like this.
Okay. How long has the fire been burning for?
Yeah, with your survival check, you can tell that it's been burning for probably about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. So whatever started it would have made tracks.
Yeah.
Then again, the snow probably covered it up too, if it covered up
There
their
hasn't
stages
been
as well.
enough snow to cover it, though. There hasn't been snow to cover it like that. Let's go look at the cave.
Yeah, I'll follow Jack a little stealthily. Just this seems odd.
Okay, so you guys are kind of heading back towards the cave, or are you kind of just following along?
Well, we're like further investigating the campsite, right?
Jackdaw
so
said
I know that some of them said they're.
Oh, Jackdaw's checking out the cave.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and see
Jack.
I'm gonna just go investigate the tents. See if there's any sign of anyone
So
inside the tent.
we'll go with you first for it.
Okay.
So as you're investigating the tents, you can see that there is obvious luggage and excavating equipment and stuff like that. And situated tents, bedrolls, everything's neatly and orderly. But there is no sign that any of this has been lived in. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, good. Not bad. 17.
Okay. One thing that catches your eye is you know craftsmanship decently well, and you know for a fact that the style pickaxe that you're looking here hasn't been manufactured by the Ironfoot dwarves for about 150 years.
What's the condition of that pickaxe? Is it like heavily used, or is it fairly pristine?
It's fairly new. Yeah, it looks like it hasn't really been used at all. It looks like it's been carried, but it hasn't been used.
And when you say luggage, is it just that like excavating equipment, or is it like luggage? It's personal belongings.
Yeah. So you got the excavating equipment that's all out and visible, and then you got luggage where it's like actual like leather cases. Okay.
How about the actual? I'm just out of curiosity. The pickaxe is pristine. Is it nice luggage, or is it just like a bag, like a leather case?
It looks like it is decently nice luggage. You can see that it's got a monogram on it of a JH. And then, yeah, it's decently nice. You'd say upper middle class to lower high class.
All right. So okay, so I'm assuming whoever was here is, I would assume, in the cave. So I will go back out and say, try to regroup with the others.
Okay, so now going over to Jacksaw. Who stayed with Oric?
Did everyone follow Jackdaw or staying with me?
I'll go with Jackdaw.
Okay, Gildar did stay with you, Oric. But Blackie went with Jackdaw and Ghost. So you got Gildar with you.
And Kumano?
And Kumano is with you as well.
Okay. Oh, good. All the tanks. All right. Now let's regroup with the others. Over to Jackdaw's side, and you're kind of traveling back towards the cave. Something interesting catches your eye. It looks to be like a slightly bigger firefly. Just kind of keeps dancing around your field of vision.
Is that a firefly like I saw previously at the inn tavern place thing?
No, it doesn't look exactly the same. You can go ahead and roll me a history check if you'd like.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
Maybe the ones have a photo to play.
Do you remember reading something about what you're looking at? You can't remember what they're called, but you remember the illustration. You also are fairly certain that there were words fate and destiny involved in the description.
Oh, fun. Can I try to scribble down just a brief sketch basically on one of the sticky notes of it for later?
Yeah,
cool. I'm gonna list it in inventory. Alright, and I will go and continue on into the cave.
Okay, so you kind of continue on the cave, everyone else kind of following you. The little floating balls, light, whatever you want to call it, just keeps dancing in your field of vision all the way to the cave. And then zips into the cave.
Okay.
So, as you kind of round the corner into the cave, you see that all you can see there is that there is a ring of green runes on the floor. Predominant is all. In the center of that ring is an individual on a chair and looking impatient. Oracle. What are you doing sitting on this chair? As you see, this is you. You're there on this chair.
How did I get on the chair?
Wait, what?
Asking to the DM, how did I get on the chair?
I will fill you in on the details a little bit later, but essentially, someone wanted it. I will fill you in on the details a little bit later, but essentially, someone wanted information from you, and now you're stuck here.
Okay.
You also have no idea how long it's been.
Can I roll an Arcana check on those runes?
Yeah.
Cool. 21.
Those are runes of. Those are runes of flame imprisonment.
Now that
Okay.
I actually know someone was going on, I turned my octopus could like head towards Jackdaw and say,
Oh, great.
What the hell was that?
That's
Oh, no,
deep so island. So if you know it,
Well-
you know it.
I'm with
What speak?
I'm with Jackdaw.
Sorry, what speak was it?
Beach.
Oh, shit, I know it actually. No, wait, yes? No, let me check. Ah, wrong card sheet. Yes, I know it. Sorry.
Do you know where we are?
You know, buddy, I think one whoop is bad enough.
Who's Foop?
You know, I always was told not to talk to strangers. I'm gonna go and confer with, less strangers.
I'm not a stranger to many people. I am Horcool, the god
I'll
of
be right
knowledge.
back. No, you're definitely weird. And I mean that as a compliment, but I'll be right back. Come on, bud, come here. And, I'll...
My god, just got called weird.
You're gonna be called more than that around us, trust me. So just hold it tight, okay? I'm gonna grab the guy that's with me and go back to the...
Hello.
So you got Mythos and Lucky,
Alright.
and as you guys are heading back out the cave, you guys bump into each other back on the road.
Cool. So, I found Foop's long lost uncle.
You found another swoop.
Yeah. It's talking back there. I don't know if it's still talking, but it was definitely talking. So,
Well,
it's trapped.
so
Embarrassing.
okay, good. So it can't get out. If you don't want to go in there, I will let you know that whoever was at that camp was here excavating something. If I had to guess, probably further in that cave.
A horrible check your DMs.
I did.
I'm pretty sure that Paul and Slimy back there's probably got some answers for us, but, I mean, I don't know if you want me to open it or not. I mean, do you really want to pop that can open, or
I muted it.
is there enough?
Necessarily think, Jackdaw, that we have to let it out to continue investigating. If it's still trapped in there, it's trapped.
Yeah.
Okay, that goes quite a bit. I can still hear you.
Let's get a little further.
Can we hear it from out? Can we hear him from out here? Is it
Just
here right
barely.
now? Oh, okay.
My character has telepathy, so you'd be able to hear him anywhere.
It's still range on telepathy, though.
Are you still talking in deep speech?
Yes.
Oh, well,
I'm still speaking in these speech.
No idea what you're saying then.
120
I just shout at you, Draconic. I can't understand your language.
But I can understand yours. I respond in Draconic.
What is
Can I
happening?
respond in Infernal?
Gildor looks at all of you and is like,
I'm with this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, if we do Infernal, I also know Infernal. I can talk to it.
Oh, no,
I
I was
don't know
looking for something. Okay, so I'm going to call out in Infernal. Can you hear me now?
I respond to that joke because I recognize Inferno, but I say I have no idea what you just said.
Alright, guys, we can speak Infernal.
What is going
So,
on?
I mean, you want to. You said that. What's he gonna do? He's stuck there.
Yeah, as far as we know, he's just annoying, but
I mean, also the guy's stuck. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, he-
I walk in the cave.
they might know what's going on, but these people won't.
Yeah. So, the guy's stuck in there, but I also don't want another foop around.
What the hell is that? That question has going to bug me for a while. God of knowledge, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're better off at the moment.
You're the god of knowledge?
Yes, I am the god of knowledge, so I'm a bit
Insight
weak
check.
at the moment.
Immediate insight check.
Insight.
Hello?
9.
He believes what he says is true.
Okay.
I have no reason to lie about what I am.
I always expected the god to have such a nicer place to live than a little cave like.
I don't live here. I don't actually have a home. I'm constantly traveling. Just a bit stuck.
You appear to be constantly stuck in this circle of ruins.
Yeah, this seems to be your home right now.
Yes. I was weak
This
in
is a very
the battle with another god some time ago. And now I got captured by some random person who was bugging me for information. I don't know what he wants.
A random person who you don't know captured the god of knowledge.
Did say I was weak from a battle with another god from some time ago.
How long have you been trapped here?
Don't know. I've been stuck in a cave. I haven't been able to see.
God of knowledge. That's right. And I proceed to walk past him further into the cave.
What did they want
Never
from you?
happened. Damn, what did they want from me? You didn't tell me.
Yeah.
You wanted some info on how to create an object with glibness on it and extremely potent. What does glibness mean?
You're the god of knowledge.
Sorry, out of character. I don't know what glibness means.
Look at it's a spell.
Okay. The object with glibness on it and extremely potent was what he wanted to know. I just kept insulting because I don't like being captured. Apparently figured out when I could tell the spell, I'm stuck here until something sentient agrees to switch places.
Something has to switch places with you?
Something sentient specifically.
Something sentient that has to choose to switch places with you?
I'd assume they have to choose. Didn't specify.
Hey guys, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am 100% thinking what you're thinking.
I don't know if we can pull it off, but
I think we can get them to agree to anything. Have you heard of tug of war?
you bring a fair point to this argument.
If you... Okay. What's your name? God of knowledge?
Oh, cool.
I honestly don't know how to...
Oracle? Like
Okay.
oracle, but with a in front of it?
Oracle.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the game Tug of War?
Yes, I know the child game Tug of War.
I don't think it's the game you're thinking of, but close enough.
Do you know the goblin variation?
I believe I have heard of it at some point in time, but do refresh my memory.
You really do want it refreshed.
Yeah, it's fine. Is Gildar with us?
Come on, no. Refresh the memory.
You don't want it refreshed.
Okay, I'll take your word on that. I just want out of here.
Yeah, if you can convince this thing, is Foop with us with Gildar?
Kamano's got him.
Oh, it's Kamano.
Kamano. Yeah, Kamano's got poop in the turnip sack.
If you can convince this thing, I think you can convince it to do anything at this point. We knocked it out earlier. It tried to take my
mushroom
bucket.
steaks? It's like the only thing I have on me right now is a mushroom steak.
Oddly, yes, it does.
Okay.
If you offer any food or non-food object, they will try to eat it immediately.
Well, they wanted to be paid specifically in mushroom steak.
Oh, is that convenient?
So I think we can use that. I think you can use that.
Okie dokie.
They're currently
Out of
knocked out, though.
character. Out of character. Was that true? Was
Yeah,
that a thing
that's
Foop
a real
specified?
thing that Foop specified.
Okay, cool. This is planned. All right, back in character.
So, can you wake it up?
I can't.
I kicked the bag.
Foop's just got one tentacle in the mouth and kind of suckle it.
Like,
God.
oh, they're kind of cute when they're not being a pain in the ass.
You're sleeping, thing. Wake up.
Waffles. Anyone got waffles?
I have a mushroom steak. You would switch places with me.
What?
I have a mushroom steak here if you will switch places with me. You come into the circle, take a steak, I leave the circle.
What? Oops, this guy.
Glowing wounds.
What?
The glowing wounds on the ground I cannot pass unless somebody switches places with me. I will offer you this fresh mushroom steak.
Horrible. You're overselling it. Ooh, this
What am I
gentleman
doing?
right here, this gentleman in this chair, he's just sitting. You see a circle of runes around this gentleman in a chair. This gentleman right here, he has mushroom steak. For you, all you have to do is sit in his chair.
Hi.
Okay, here's a steak. Here's a chair. I'm out of here.
You can swap places. Now, you're sitting in the chair and eating mushroom steak.
Yum, 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 yum. This is a nice chair. Where did it come from?
So, this is a foop.
This is a foop, yeah.
You know, I'm still not too sure about trading at least the known quantity problem or a new.
It's now just dawning
You
on me.
had no
It's not-
complaints up until this moment.
You're not wrong.
Is this chair gonna kill me?
I don't think so.
Oracle.
Okay. Oracle?
It's now just dawning on you. You recognize this fool thing.
Who's Oracle?
I am.
The guy who
The
just gave
dude
you the
with the
message.
octopus head.
Oh, hey, dude.
Hi. I recognize you for some reason. Are you related to Cthulhu at all?
Yeah, dude. My stepdad.
Oh, cool. That means you're like a distant nephew. Everybody know a dispel thing. Unfortunately, I don't want to actually leave family trapped like this.
What?
Oh god, they're related.
Technically, I would be a distant uncle of yours.
No.
Oh, hey, Unks, you dude? Yo, can I call you an uncle?
No.
Aw.
You seem so much calmer than Foop.
Or is it
Whoa.
because you're
I have a-
wig?
Oops, got
Who the
multiple
hell said
personality
that?
disorder. Oops, got multi-personality
Slinks
disorder.
into the shadows.
I have true sight. I can still see you.
Yo, Shadow dude. Shadow dude.
Yeah. Oh, hey, my loop's out of tune. I'm just gonna
You play music?
ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
So, do any of you know a very strong dispel thing?
Dispel what we dispelling.
Wait, I have an idea. Swoop. I dare you to eat those wounds on the ground.
You dare me to eat the what?
The wounds on the ground. The glowing
Oh,
green
hell yeah, I
wounds.
did. Hell yeah, I did.
Yeah, the shrooms, the mushrooms, and the steak. Eat the mushroom steak.
I'll eat the mushroom steak, no problem. Yum, yum, yum,
Eat
yum,
them
yum.
both.
Eat the glowing green mushroom steaks.
Glowing green mushroom steaks. DM, is my concussion making me see things?
No.
Yes.
I said no.
Alright.
Before Oracle says any more, can I restrain them?
Sure, why are you grabbing the oracle, dude? That's the oracle of Delphi, dude. That's my uncle, dude. Oh.
How tall is your character?
Like 6'7".
I pick you up in one hand.
How big are you?
Roughly 8'7".
That's a tall uncle, dude.
Okay, again, much like the tug of war incident, if there are things that I would have known ahead of time, I would have planned my decisions differently.
You didn't bother to check what the height was.
One, did I notice this 8-foot tall creature as if he was 8 foot tall sitting in the chair?
I'm in a robe, so probably not.
Like a really bad
Yeah,
touch.
so if I see them standing up as 8 feet tall, I'm not going to attempt to grapple them.
Okay, then you're not gonna grapple.
You eat all the roots.
Holy shit, dude. I'm eating runes, but all these mushrooms.
That actually worked.
Mushrooms.
And then what a random gamble pays off.
And and now your stomach has a circle of planar banishment.
Wait, what?
You, first one that talked to me. What's your name?
Wait, what?
I'm gonna sneak away. Can I roll a stealth?
I'm gonna roll a stealth check and just get up on out of here.
You gotta roll with advantage to have true sight.
That's a 20. That's a 22.
It's disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
I have true sight, so I would think you would have disadvantage trying to sneak
That's
away
a
from
dirty
me.
20.
Okay, you still get away.
Wait,
Just wondering what your guys' names were and what you're actually doing out here.
I
Might be able to
put
help.
a rune of what on my belly?
Planar
You got
banishment.
a rune of planar banishment.
Planar. Does that mean I can swallow anything?
No, that just means that if you do swallow something that's not from this plane, it can't leave your stomach.
So I explode if I eat a celestial.
The celestial can't leave your stomach.
I'm not walking towards the exit of the cave.
That,
Bob I have said, I think I'm going to regret this decision to help that fool.
Thank you.
If at this point you now realize that there are yellow glowing balls of light everywhere in this cave.
I try to eat a glowing ball of light.
Yeah, well, would that be history check or arcana check?
That'd be an arcana check. Or a history check, either or.
The or it's a 26.
Yeah, these are will-o-the-wisps.
There's a lot of will-o-the-wisps here. What do I know about will-o-the-wisps?
Well, with that roll, you know pretty much everything. So are you sharing everything with the party?
Yeah, I share it because I've got knowledge. Sharing creates new knowledge. So these things are called will-o-wisps.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, I know nothing about it.
So, one little fact about will-o-wisps. I'll give you guys the tea, as it were.
Yeah.
That's the terminology that the kids use these days.
Malevolent wispy balls of light that haunt lonely places and battlefields, bound by dark fate or dark magic to feed on fear and despair.
There we go, yeah, that.
These things are will-o-the-wisps and they're fucking evil.
I still try to eat a will-o-wisp. Like, it's food?
It just keeps dancing. It just dancing around you.
Food tries to chase a will-o-wisp.
I think we should leave. I don't trust these things.
Hey, where are we going?
Away from them, hopefully.
Okay. Food tries to leave the chair and just kind of stumbles a bit. Whoa, gravity.
Should I knock him back out?
To be honest, he just gave him a concussion, so concussion can make you dizzy. With Fuchs just being dizzy.
One that didn't sneak away. What's wrong with this one?
That's a lot of things, dude.
You're a family, you should know.
Yeah, Uncle.
I'm distant family, and as far as I know, two of them out
Outside of the cave, out of sight. God of knowledge, my ass.
Kiss my tentacle ass!
No.
That was not an offer!
Will.
That was not an offer! And boom.
I'm just gonna walk away.
If you're my stepdad's son, that makes you my brother.
Brother. I'm his brother.
You're my stepdad's brother?
Yes.
That means you're my step-uncle.
Yes. Someone around there.
So Fuchs gonna chase. Can Fuchs chase after you? Are you like, step-uncle, yo!
One moment. I would like to cast Glowing Darkness on Poop.
What do I roll? Do I roll a something check?
Roll a con save.
Con save. Okay, what are my stats? Con E. Yeah, enough. Add only my dice. Boop. That's a 11.
Okay, you failed.
What happens?
You take 5 damage, you are now blind.
That's a bit rude. Ah, shit, where did everyone go?
Why are we attacking this group though? Again?
You try to chase after me, so I made it so he can't see. Let's leave while he still can't see.
Okay, everyone out of the cave that's not a squid. Or squid-like relative.
I was in the cave.
Octopus, not squid.
Octopus or squid. Any sort of cephalopod, yes.
I was in a cave.
So the family matter, I feel like we're intruding on something here. We should just keep moving along.
We're all leaving and forgetting Foop is here.
My cephalopod.
No.
Okay.
I think a bug was in my headset.
Let's just sneak out of the cave while Foop can't see.
I'm like, oops, like, I think I'm
yes,
asleep
yeah.
and falls asleep.
You feel an overwhelming sense of dread just filling you all the way down to the core. And Gildar looks at you with this look like he feels it too.
Everybody else feel uncomfortable all of a sudden.
Does
Does Oracle feel uncomfortable?
If a dragon are uncomfortable, I probably recognize the energy.
Is this Oracle's doing?
No.
Your heart starts racing faster, and you start getting a jumpy adrenaline rush.
Oh. So that's what it's like to have cocaine in your system.
Alright, so,
Hey gang, I'm throwing out there, ignore the eldritch beings and let's just keep going. Not
do I know of any way to
my...
break the runes? Do I know of any way to break the runes?
The runes have already been broken.
I've eaten them, dude.
Eat the magic.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna pick up Poop and head the hell out.
I'm like, oh my goodness, piggyback.
Alright, very well.
Did we have to bring that one with us?
What's up?
I'm sorry, who's the we here? I don't know who the we is in this situation that you keep referring to.
We are all in one area and trying to leave.
I still rolled that dirty 20, you don't see me.
You're talking to me, so it no longer counts.
Hey, DM, has Mythos got me held? I don't know.
Do I have what?
No,
Who's
that's
carrying
Jackdaw.
Swoop?
Jackdaw is Swoop.
Yo, Jackdaw, Swoop's gonna try climbing onto your back to get a piggyback ride.
Just no drooling, no inking, no shitting.
Okay, dude. Onward, thy noble speed.
Okay, I'm gonna book. Let's go. Let's out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Are we actually out the game now?
Yeah.
From the mouth
And you're looking at
Anybody having a
a
honeymoon?
massive pile of scales as a icy white winged individual glares at you with these blue eyes.
Hey, guys, look, it's a dragon.
Can I roll an insight check? See if I recognize this.
Yeah, sure. But I can tell you right now, you can recognize it as a white dragon.
I'm
Ancient.
trying to get more specifics.
Ancient.
We're level
I rolled
2. Why
23.
are we looking at an ancient white dragon?
Hey, we're not looking at anything. Does it see, DM, does it see it? Does it see us yet?
It literally is looking all of you in the face right now.
I rolled a 23. Do I recognize this specific dragon?
You do.
Do I know its name?
You do.
Do I know whether or not it's friendly? Also, what is its name?
Messaged.
Okay. Do I know whether or not to be scared of this guy right now?
This girl, you mean?
Girl. I didn't know what to see him. Do I know whether or not to be scared?
In your current state, yes, you should be terrified.
I very politely and draconic, Miss Reversion.
In your
I
comment,
asked
you
what over here.
don't speak. Don't.
I know just
Looks
what.
over at you, jacked off. Looks over at you, jacked on, says, "You've come a long way."
Dylan.
I think
I
that
didn't
would
drop out
myself
of your
to
class,
ask,
right?
what the fuck's going on?
Tell me they don't still tell those terrible stories about me.
I don't know who you're talking about. We're
Do I
just
know
on a mission. Are you... I'm sorry, are you... Do I know you?
Well, I haven't seen you since you were about 3. So I guess not.
What?
I'm your distant relative. The reason for those veins. And that.
Is that your grandma?
I would suggest being very quiet and very polite.
Wait.
You just get a whack in the tail straight across the face.
That's a bit mean, Grandma. I just wanted a cookie.
Sorry, who just got slapped?
Me.
Okay. I'm gonna duck when that happens, considering Foop is on my shoulders.
Yeah,
Just
they
kidding.
literally get knocked off your shoulders like that.
Really related to this thing.
How far do I fly away? I'm like, okay, I'm like, oh god.
Oh wait, are you... Christmas cookies?
Christmas cookies. Someone say Christmas cookies. Oops, like,
Grandma?
cookies.
And shape shifts down into a human-sized form, and you see this elderly-looking woman carrying a white-scaled leather bag in front of her. With this like frosty white hair, all in curls, these horn-rimmed glasses, these bright blue eyes, kind of staring at you.
No, wait! Wait, I mean, I just worked... I'm gonna scramble up behind her.
Going on here?
Floop has realized that having face in dirt sometimes is actually kind of nice. So he's starting to eat the dirt.
I walk over and pick up Foop with one hand and start
No, no, my dirt!
I pick up some dirt and shove it in Foop's face so they stop talking.
Yum, 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 yum.
While still walking to follow Jackdaw.
There's like some grass and yum, yum.
So, Mythos and Auric, you guys noticed that the will-o'-the-wisps are now just following Jackdaw. Dancing behind.
Disney princess, guys. Anyway.
Look, the best Disney princess, Deadpool.
I mean, you already got magic hair and magic hands.
Holy shit, Dad.
You have magic hair?
I don't think we've ever seen it because I believe Jackdaw's in like an armor, right? Or something.
He wears a helmet.
Yeah.
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 Alright, so get that in lump. And get to the top of the peak overlooking the actual hill where the castle ruins are built on top of. And as soon as you cross that crest, the blizzard stops and it's just snow suspended in midair. Different levels of snowfall.
Oh, it's crazy.
Can Foop extend an arm to grab some snow?
Foop can't see.
Yeah, well, he can taste snow.
Oops, just
Can I reach out and try to
Oops, just got this tongue out.
Hmm?
Yeah, you reach out and touch it, and you can feel it, but you can't move it.
Can I
Okay.
grab some?
That's what I was curious about.
You're still being carried, so you'll be wiggling around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
still
can
gonna
grab it in your hand.
one. DM, can I
Yeah,
grab
you
some?
grab it in your hand.
Can I throw someone at the note closest person?
If you try to grab it and you try to pull it to throw it, but it won't move. So your hand is just like stuck on a fixed position.
Guys, the snow is glue.
Noticing this, I just set Foop on top of some of the snow.
It's Foop
It's
now
like laying on a
glue.
bunch of rock.
Is this what the fuck is going on?
I do not know.
Maybe it's limestone. Or
Time
marble.
stop somehow.
I don't think time stop usually lasts this long.
I think
No, it
we are
doesn't.
close to the den of the ice dragon lady.
Wait, people
Yeah,
can
just
stop
grab it,
time.
Well, not just people.
I can just.
A very few, very, very, very extraordinarily powerful people.
Can just stop
I'm gonna
time.
choose some of the party members.
For like,
Did you guys
for like
want
maybe half a
food,
minute.
or did you guys want to stay here arguing?
Being a god, I've never even managed to stop time for a minute. So
Actually,
this is terrifying.
Grandma, we were on a mission up this way. And I'm not sure what we're supposed to find, but we're in this journal.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know if any place? You do?
Yeah, it's kind of why I'm stuck here.
What do you mean?
Oh, so the kingdom that used to be here, they were kind of like benefactors, you know, protected them, protected the land, and then in return they showered me with gifts. It was great. Anyways, that story is, a threat came in that I couldn't defend them from, and now they're all dead.
Is it an evil slime tentacle thing? Because I think I dealt with that a little while ago.
No,
Why?
it's,
How are you
it's
calling
actually,
evil?
It's actually just a sing-song voice.
Voice. I'd like to roll.
Mhm.
Would that be history? See if I know what's in this.
Yeah, come on the street.
That's a total of a 9.
You have no idea what they're talking about.
Considering the journal's hints as well, can I roll a Arcana check on this?
Sure.
I'm assuming it's this being's journal, whatever this threat was. Oh, an 8.
Okay. So you realize that there's definitely more to this journal, and you also realize that the two bits of information that were dropped earlier probably correlate to everything, but you're not exactly sure. And you recall that the information was that, well, the one you just got about the sing-song voice, and also where Oracle had been mentioned that this person was looking for a way to cast glibness poking with.
Oh dear. Goodness.
Granny looks at you guys and says, "Oh, that's kind of what happened. But I do have plenty of cookies if you guys."
Insight check.
I double that.
Well, nope, no, 14.
Do I notice them like questioning
Yeah,
this?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
more of
you
like
guys
just
are like-
like an inside thought.
I just grab a
I rolled
cookie.
an 18.
like, as a dragonborn, I'm immediately like, this is a white dragon, and a white dragon protecting anything does not track in my mind. And a white dragon calling anyone saying, hey, I'm your grandma, here's some cookies, does not track to me, so I'm just very cautious around this creature.
It's a good rule.
Grab a cookie.
I am totally grabbing cookies.
If my insight says the cookie's okay, I also take a cookie. I rolled an 18 out of 20.
Yeah. You mean, from what you can tell, she's being completely nonchalant, not non-threatening, and seems like they're she's genuine.
Okay.
Then I'm happy to take a cookie.
Okay.
Auric has a rather slender form and is like, no, my body is a temple.
I'll just enjoy a cookie once in a while, ain't gonna hurt you.
Have you ever? I look him wherever his eyes are. Have you ever just had one cookie?
When it's a dragon offering them and I don't want to piss it off, yes.
I'm saying it's never just one cookie.
Okay, then exercise afterwards.
Also, saying you're eating the cookie to not piss off your guest is not a good way to not piss off your guest. Your host, I should say. I'm so sorry, miss.
I am not taking more than one cookie unless I am offered an extra one. I will be polite to the amount of cookie I take.
Just shut up.
I need to stop speaking out loud and listen to Jackdaw. I'm gonna take a cookie.
So, now that I have you all here,
That never ends well when it's stuff like that.
she kind of chuckles to herself a little bit. Sorry, old habits that hard. Anyways, how would you all like a history lesson on some dragon type legends, myths, if you
I would
will?
love one.
We like knowledge, but this is questionable.
Have any of you ever heard of the tale of the 9 sisters and the 9 brothers?
I rolled a nat 20 for 28, so do I know?
You do.
Okay.
This is a history check.
Yes.
14.
You've heard of the tale.
Okay. But I'm not super.
You're not super knowledgeable.
I've heard this before, but I'll hear it again.
Long ago, there were the 9 sisters and the 9 brothers. These dragons each represented one of the draconic lineages you now know, and were the progenitors of their respective lines. During this time, dragons were much more powerful and weren't beholden to the moral inclinations that modern dragons face. The influence of the Platinum Dragon and the Dragon Queen, as well as their falling out, have forever weakened them and kept them in line with their ideals. Only the most ancient of dragons, or the most stubborn who wish to fight their nature, exist outside of this dichotomy. Those are also the most powerful amongst us, as they are no longer under the sway of the elders. I say all this because one such individual was so desperate to be accepted by humankind, and did everything in their power to try to be. And when they did find something, it had destroyed the kingdom you see before you. They were so desperate for acceptance, they did not stop to ask what side effects such an object might have. I did everything I could to save them, but it was for nothing.
Hey. But it is not all hopeless. Some people can break away. Some dragons can break away from the influence. Unfortunately, not many try. I say all this because one such individual was desperate to be accepted by humankind. Did everything in their power to try to be. And when they did, they tried to come through me. And they slaughtered my entire kingdom here. And Tiamat's will is strong. And it was proven this day.
My original opinion on Tiamat still stands. Tiamat is a dick.
How does Gildar look after that?
He is just mouth shut, fists clenched, ready to just decapitate something.
Auric definitely doesn't like what he's hearing. Specifically because it's kind of like very counter to the knowledge that he has about dragons. He can't help but like, I'm almost afraid to ask, what kind of dragon was this?
My nephew. My sister. Deity. Her son. She was a black dragon. She had a son who was desperate to be part of the human culture. Everyone was fearful because of the way that most humans view dragons.
I ask a second question I'm afraid to ask. If this creature was too powerful for you to deal with, why exactly have you brought us here?
That's the good news, is they've already been defeated. Unfortunately, the object which buried with them is now in the hands of someone else. That is why you've been called, to retrieve the object.
Did I accidentally cause this by sharing knowledge? Did I have anything to do with this by my overly open sharing of knowledge? If so, I do apologize.
Yes. This is about 750 years ago. You shared a little bit of knowledge on bind a glibness spell to the object.
With that knowledge, it's my thing. Share knowledge, gain knowledge. I do apologize. I probably should have thought of consequences. I didn't. I very much apologize for that.
And you wish for us to retrieve this object for you?
No. I wish that you bring it to my eldest sister.
Alice?
That is.
Hey, Auric, did we mention that Alice was a dragon?
Nope.
Surprise.
A dragon and a celestial. No, just making sure we're not, taking an object and giving it to some other creature that is going to get on Alice's nerves again. I wouldn't want to. Well, we're killing two birds with one stone.
It seems that I should be bound to help you all retrieve this, as I was a bit my fault that it happened in the first place.
Say, dear Milo, what's your opinion on this? Yes, I'm talking to you, Milo.
Talking to Jackdaw?
There's no, I just shut up. Alright, Grandma, right.
Not cool. You don't just do that to someone.
It was, I don't know. It sounds like somebody, because glibness spell and everything else, it sounds kind of, I don't know, childish. Almost afraid to ask who has it.
Who else? A bard.
Oh, God.
Childish, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that clicks. Yeah, at first I was thinking maybe just a kid that wanted attention, but nope. Yeah, it would be a bard.
How many drinks did I have when I gave up the information?
The object is a choker, by the way. And it enables the wielder to cast glibness at a potent level through song.
Near godlike level, because I gave him the spell. God. This is getting worse by the minute.
The caveat to that is it also does damage to one's psyche every time that you hear the voice.
Ooh.
The bard
And no. It does damage to others' psyche
That's right.
when you hear their voice. And
That would be
top it all off. Top it all off. If you were to be killed by said damage, you return as a zombie under their control. That's why my kingdom's gone.
Next time I'm going to share information as a bard. Please do your best to keep me quiet. Whoever the hell is listening to this?
You and Fluke, man. You and Fluke.
God of knowledge, just out here, just throwing mystical secrets left and right.
It's what I do. I openly share knowledge to gain knowledge. I usually don't think about the consequences until later.
What you want is wisdom.
I'm carrying a lot of different libraries.
Pro quo. Kind of live for that quid pro quo.
Who are you?
I think he means squid pro quo.
Why do I get the feeling?
By the way, I think you probably want to know we've sort of already disappointed and maybe a little bit pissed off Alice. So,
I was not part of that. I just met them.
I already know.
Yeah. We found a demon in a pit and tried to do the right thing.
Usually backfires.
So you're telling me that you found a demon in a pit and you thought the right thing was to give it its source of power?
In our defense,
In the moment, it made sense.
more than likely a devil, bound by some set of codes and laws, was assisting freeing enslaved women.
Yeah, there was a lot more than just enslaved. It was nasty goblins involved.
I wasn't going to get into the details, but yes.
Have you ever heard of the game Tug of War?
We're not getting into that.
What was the demon?
I'm gonna like.
Do they tell you any name at all?
Not a real name. If that's what you're asking for.
Sometimes you can
Plus,
some
information
information
knows their real
online.
name.
Yeah, and I
I
think maybe
will
we should
ask
just
her next time.
Or we just let her not remember that immediately as soon as we see her again.
I feel like also doing this probably put us in a better, paint us in a better light than we are currently.
If I can get the demon's name, I may be able to track it and help you retrieve what you gave it.
I mean, hold on. Maybe
Speaking
they'll have some kind of weird devil change of heart.
Speaking of your all of your problems, are you guys getting the group together for what's coming up in about 6 years?
Do I know what's coming up in 6
I'm
years?
sorry, the what?
You can't see what I just did. But Mythos definitely...
But you can smell it.
Well, I meant out of character, like my actual physical reaction to what was just said. Mythos is definitely just like sitting on the ground, very overwhelmed, and just kind of looking at the dragon now.
Do I know what she references?
Hmm?
Do I know what she was talking about being God of knowledge?
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw to recall something that old as far as knowledge goes.
12.
Yes, because you got the context of how long you've been in that trap, so you know what year it is. Thank goodness, finally. But they're referencing the dawn break, which is a point in time where the current world is supposed to die for the new one to be born, and that happened 6 years from now.
Oh shit!
And it actually involves 7 people in the prophecy.
I'm not part of this, am I?
No, the 7 people that are part of the prophecy, they don't. It's never like actually confirmed who is part of the prophecy.
Yeah, prophecy. Duh. Specifics aren't the specialty of
But
prophecy.
But you do know that they're supposed to have been marked in some way.
Is this only information that Horacle knows, or do we all know? Do I know that too?
Yes.
7 people, all marked. Do we all have the tattoo on our hand?
I do know.
I'm sorry, what?
Do we all have the tattoo on our hand?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
But you do.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna look at that a little bit. Freak out a
But
little bit.
you don't know what that tattoo
Yeah, never noticed
means,
it before.
Well, I just got it. I would have just gotten it recently. And I also just
Now,
found out about this 2 days ago.
I rolled a 12 to notice
Oracle.
Mythos looking at his hand.
Oracle, if you could read that for me, that's the prophecy. If you want to share it.
To the king's call, 7 shall rise. 1 shall burn while 1 fly. 1 will sink beyond despair due to 1 in their repair. The final 2 shall walk alone, veins of ice and hearts of stone. March along to death and count your every breast. For 7 shall rise, for should they fail, so will end Fey One's tale. Oh, that's the prophecy. Kind of dark.
Great.
Do you have any cookies in an alcoholic flavor?
I have some devil gin
So-
with me.
Your grandma hands you a thermos.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a swig off of it and hand it back.
It's extremely boozy eggnog.
That's adorable. I love it so much.
In case you haven't figured it out yet, your grandma lives in Christmas time, like, all year.
Love it. It's fucking precious.
Look at how nice it is up here. Especially when it's so damn cold. Some spots don't do good in the cold.
I mean, I can take the cold. I'd say it's the existential dread myself.
That is a fair point. Existential dread, way worse.
2 days ago, I was just a normal person.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I am very sure about that.
Yep.
I still think you're a normal person.
Just with abnormal circumstance.
I have seen things that I don't think I will ever unsee.
Right, no, that's just trauma. I'm saying, in general, you are still a normal person.
Do normal people talk to dragons?
Sometimes.
As you're standing in front of a person in literally the form of a dragon, like, he just goes, no. That definitely never happens.
Have you ever put a bucket on your head and then seen someone?
Wait, you're a magic bucket that lets you see somebody?
Well,
Again,
that
God
lets
of
me see
knowledge.
bucket.
No. Let's go back to this whole not ever talking to dragons thing.
Okay.
I'd say it's very normal talking to dragons. But I'm a god, so maybe not the best comparative.
Yeah. You keep calling yourself that, buddy.
The grandma looks at you and says, I think you mean was or were.
Just because I'm weakened does not mean my title is lost. Which, do you know of a
That's not what I'm
Zargon?
saying.
No, if you get fired, you're not that thing anymore.
And get
I
fired
do.
that may
If I lose my job, I'm no longer.
That job.
I used to have a ship. I currently don't. I'm not currently a captain.
Being a god is not a job.
I don't know. It's got a lot of responsibilities. People you have to watch out for.
I look after our library. Oh, madam, would you know how to deal with this Zargon? 'Cause he's a bit of an ass.
Well, first you have to find the 3 pieces of your tablet which were broken.
Any information on where I could find that?
I feel like a god of knowledge would know all
No
these
idea.
things. That's all I'm saying.
Knowledge is infinite and ever growing. Knowledge, being god of knowledge does not mean I know everything, for it's impossible to know everything because there's constantly new knowledge.
You should probably call yourself God that knows nothing, then.
A god by definition is omniscient. I don't even know why am I having this conversation.
Are you sure your name's not Jon Snow?
Who the fuck is Jon Snow?
Someone who knows nothing.
Someone who knows nothing.
You do, buddy.
Madam, would you be so kind as to cover your ears?
It doesn't really work like that. I have like a sense of everything around me at all times.
You blocked out in any way, shape, or form.
I say in Draconic, ma'am, if he attempts to do some sort of mind blast or anything of that nature, I am fully going to smite this man.
Oh, not a mind blast. I'm just gonna scream at the top of my lungs.
Okay.
I cast Abyssal Shriek. What a con save. Everyone.
See, no, that's a spell, and I'm gonna roll the con save.
23.
19.
Okay. You take 1d4 radiant and 1d4 necrotic.
34.
11.
If you rolled 11, you take 2d4 radiant and necrotic, and you're dead. Everyone else only takes 1d4 radiant.
So you want to roll that damage? So I can choke the living shit out of you?
I immediately, before I do anything,
That's fine.
I look at the dragon like,
4 radiant and 1
not
necrotic.
only did he just scream at you, but also injured your granddaughter. So, this is happening if you want to hop in.
Run!
How much damage was it half?
It's 4 radiant and 1 necrotic.
5.
You guys done being assholes? Or do I need to scream again?
I can't hear you talking.
You can hear me in your head. I speak with telepathy as I speak out loud.
So what I said to the dragon, I am genuinely in Draconic trying to make a persuasion check. Like, I'm basically like, fuck this dude. We're gonna fight him. Our D1 in. He tried to hurt you and your granddaughter. He just deafened your granddaughter.
Grandson!
I'm sorry. So sorry, grandson. Grandson. Oh my goodness.
It's minor damage. I doubt she actually
no,
cares.
it's
And I did
not
warn her ahead of time. But she knows I am very irritable. I have been here for quite some time.
Yes, you warned us that you would be attacking us. I am fully aware of the concept.
I warned you that I was going to scream. If I had actually wanted to attack you, you'd be in a lot more pain.
So I'm waiting for a response from the DM. What the dragon's response is.
Dragon's just kind of watching the situation unfold with a mild curiosity.
You're worried about his hearing. I can give him a good berry to get rid of the hearing problem.
Is that something I can actually like hear in my head?
Does
I
Goodberry heal conditions or just 1 point of damage?
It says that he heals 1 point damage before it's enough nourishment to sustain a creature for a day. And I'm a god, so I don't know if that would be any more powerful because of that. That's up to the DM if it's more
No,
powerful.
it's still the same.
I'm
Still the same because right now you're only a god in title because your tablet.
I can offer him a good. I can offer him a good berry to heal some of the damage. I can't do anything about the hearing.
Eldar, can you do anything about the hearing?
That probably sounds weird, but if you come near me with that good berry, it's going up your asshole if you have one. And I'm going to keep walking.
Also, Divine Sense is Oracle. I'm assuming aberration, but are they fiend or undead or celestial?
Abyssal Celestial would be good.
Well,
But right now,
except for you're no longer exuding abyssal or celestial energy.
Fair enough. So you sense fuck all nothing.
So they're just humanoid as far as I'm concerned, or a monstrosity or something?
Yeah, aberration.
Aberration, okay.
Gildar, do you have anything that you can help Jackdaw's hearing with? Like you did when I was drunk that one time?
I'll be fine down the road.
You can't hear me.
Okay, no more talking about it.
He pulls out his drinking horn. He pulls out his drinking horn and kind of cleans off one end of it and hands it to him.
To me or someone else?
Hands it to you. He pulls out his drinking horn and clips off one end of it so that the hollow on one side, very small, points at your ear. And now you can hear a little bit.
I'll shake my head and give it back. It's okay.
It's not quite what I meant, but I appreciate the chutzpah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe more like 5 points of lay on hands, to heal them up and remove one condition.
Can't you do that too?
Yeah, but I have fewer.
Okay. I don't understand how magic works.
I think that what we need is rest.
It's disease or poison, so I can't do that anyways.
Yeah, I think that what we need is rest.
Well, I sounds like a good idea.
Not resting anywhere near this thing.
You grow up, little childling.
At that statement, the white dragon in the shape of the granny looks at you, and the eyes just dart to ice white from that dark blue.
Which one of us is she looking at?
The one who said, "I'm not resting near that thing."
I'm referring to Oracle.
So, they look at you and says, "You will watch your tongue around me. Everyone is to be given their respect here."
You say this to me and not to the creature who offended both you and your kin moments ago. I owe your grandchild my life. I owe this creature nothing.
Steps have already been taken.
Oh crap, I pissed off the dragon again.
It's at this point that something grabs you, Oracle, by the ankle and yanks you through the ground.
Ah, crap, not again!
as you blur into darkness. As Zargon takes you for a joyride.
Oh God, I hate this tentacle bastard! Wait a minute. Did she tell him about this? Did you? We're not
You didn't know about that, did you, Dick?
I cast Dark Blaze to slap him on the back of the head before I disappear.
You cast what on me?
I summon a shadow behind you that slaps you on the back of the head.
With friends like these who
I just move out of the way, attempt to dodge it.
It would teleport and follow you. It's your own shadow slapping you.
Now that
So it had to make an attack roll, I assume.
No, not enough to do damage. It's an illusion. It's enough to get a point across.
it's like thaumaturgy, dude. It's just flavor basically.
Pretty much.
So now that he's gone, that debt's paid. And where were we? Yes, problem you have. You have to retrieve the item, but you also can't let them say to you. I believe you already have the answer to your problems. And she goes to knitting a sweater. No, you can't.
Great. I love it. This is some Jessica Jones shit.
Hey, you're good. You're all set. You don't have to worry about it.
And yeah, Granny's just sitting there knitting a sweater. It's got a big old M on it with a parentheses and then a J next to it. So, what do you guys do?
I have no idea what's going on, and I can't really hear anybody, and I'm probably not going to be hearing myself very well if I'm trying to talk, so I'm going to go give Grandma a hug and continue on towards the castle ruins.
Okay.
I am just sort of yawning as this shadow is slapping at me furiously, doing no damage, and infuriating it as well.
It only slapped you once.
I like to think it's just like just really trying to go at me, and just like, nah, I'm good.
Well, it's your own shadow if you want to be that stubborn.
And it just stops.
Mythos, what are you doing?
Gonna follow Jackdaw.
I'm also going to follow Jackdaw.
So, you guys get up to the main ruin for the castle, and looking at the actual castle, you can see that the doors are open, and sitting on the throne is a pale woman with black hair with a choker on her neck, and just 30, 40 zombies all standing in formation in the throne room. And she's just sitting there, her legs crossed, watching you guys.
Conscious, she's awake, just sitting there.
And that's where we're going to stop the episode.